All right, hey everybody. Here we are on Cold War II. So for our Cold War unit, what I thought I'd have us do is do a little preliminary work with Harry Truman, which you already did with your Ed puzzle and a little reading ahead of time. Now we're going to go through a simulation of the Cold War in a couple of parts. The first part I wanted to go through is a segment of this online game called Civil War or Cold War II. Cold War II was actually designed by someone in France, so it is translated. You'll see that some of the words might look a little wonky. It's because of the English translation, but for the most part, you're going to do just fine. So here's the page. It's coldwar-2.com. I'll, of course, post that in Google Classroom. When you get to the page, what I'd like you to do is to scroll down and follow these guides. First, we're going to click US. Then we're going to click 1945 to 1949. This gives us a little bit of time right after World War II, talks about the former allies, the relationships being strained, and a struggle for world leadership. I'm going to have you use normal, not the tutorial this time, and then we're going to click launch the game. So this gives us the premise of 45 to 49. Now the Cold War, to be fair, some would argue goes right into the late 1980s. So we're talking about the first little chunk of it, and it sets the stage where with the United States basically versus or against the USSR, our former allies in World War II. What I'd like you to do for this turn through the game is you're going to go through it really fast. Now, we notice you get a couple of choices here. This one says the war is over, let's demobilize, or let's stay in Europe and mobilize against the communists. I'm going to stay in Europe. Here are some details about what's going on. I'll hit close. Something going on in China. Let's say talks must go on. I'll hit close. Okay, now this gives me to the game screen. Now in this screen, there's a lot of detail going on here that we're not going to spend too much time on this first run through. Our next time through, we'll go through it in much greater detail. What I'd like you to do is you're going to go through the game really fast. It's almost like a speed play. Notice it's September 1945. You've got to get all the way through December of 1949. I'm just going to have you speed play through it, and then I'll talk to you later on about all these components up here and what they mean. So we'll hit next month. Choices will pop up. I'll read through and try to just make a logical choice. Like I'll say no communists in Japan. It says order will continue. Hit close. Some details here. You don't need to read through these this time. I really want you to spend time reading through the choices, clicking next month, and again, speed play through this. Hit close. You got a lot of things going on, these exclamation points. These are not what we're going to look at the first time through. Next month. Now I've got something going on with Tokyo. What should I do, etc. So this is your job. Your job is just to blast all the way through the game and make a note to yourself. Start a Google Doc and make a note about your score at the end or what happens at the end of the game. And save that as kind of keeping notes. And then the next time we go through it, we'll compare and contrast what you've done. Just to be clear, up here in the top left right-hand corner, you'll see it has a bug, a Discord feature, and then a save button. You don't need to make an account this time. Next time through, maybe. But if these are not here, please just don't worry about it. All right. Have fun. See ya.